What if the secret to loving more is needing less? What if the person you care about didn't have to act a certain way for your heart to remain steady and kind? Imagine love that is warm, honest, and brave, without the anxious grip that tries to manage another's choices. Picture 3 ordinary scenes painted in rich reds and deep blues. In a sunlit stone courtyard, you wait for a messenger with a wax-sealed letter. No reply arrives. Your mood collapses. You draft speeches on parchment you never send. In a candlelit study, a parent sits in heavy robes, editing a teenager's homework scroll, just this once, again. The quill scratches. The heart tightens. Or in a guild hall with arched windows and wooden beams, a manager rewrites an apprentice's report by midnight taper. It's faster if I do it. The delivery is flawless, but the apprentice stops growing, and so does your patience. We call it love. Often it is clinging. We overfunction, rescue, demand, and then feel drained, angry, or invisible. The costs are real. Trust erodes, burnout rises, households tense, teams stall, and our own center goes missing. In these grand rooms and quiet cloisters, we feel small. Today's promise is, you can care deeply without losing yourself. You can love with open hands, not a tight fist. The wisdom is simple and strong. Bring your best action. Release your grip on results. You are responsible for your honesty, kindness, courage, and boundaries. You are not responsible for another person's moods, timeline, or choices. When you stop trying to control what isn't yours, love becomes clean, steady, and surprisingly effective. Take one steady breath. In the soft glow of candlelight, let's begin. Here is the heart of the teaching, in clear English. Love without clinging is not cold. It is devoted action without the need to own the outcome. Right action over control. Do what your conscience and your role ask. Speak truthfully, listen carefully, keep promises, protect safety. Do not try to run someone else's life. Think of a wise counselor in a columned hall, open, direct, unforced. This is the essence of selfless action. Freedom from result dependence. Prefer good outcomes, healing, cooperation, maturity, but do not tie your peace to whether someone thanks you, agrees with you, or changes on your schedule. Your inner steadiness is lit by a lamp within, not by passing praise. The inner witness. There is a quiet place in you that notices urges and emotions without being dragged by them. From that seat, words become cleaner, choices wiser. Imagine a figure in a deep blue cloak at a window alcove looking out without leaning in. Know your inner weather. The mind cycles through 3 fundamental qualities: clarity, restlessness, and heaviness. When clear, focus and act. When restless, pause and simplify. When heavy, rest and reset. This keeps you from pouring storms onto the people you love. Selfless service in relationships. Serve the real good of the other and the integrity of the bond. Not your image, not guilt relief, not control. Sometimes service is warm support. Sometimes it is a boundary. Sometimes it is letting consequences teach what lectures cannot. Evenness in praise and blame. Appreciation is lovely. Criticism can help. Let both inform you, not define you. This evenness of mind is a cornerstone of inner peace. Imagine a steady figure beneath a frieze of angels and crowds, unmoved, listening, discerning. Hold two images in your mind's gallery. Open hands releasing a dove at dawn, care without grip, and a lighthouse of stone on a rocky coast at dusk. Your values are the steady flame. Outcomes are the changing tide. Now, 3 walkthroughs in the real world, shown in Renaissance scenes. The parents' shift. In a small study filled with books and brass instruments, a teen again turns in work late. The parent has been rescuing, editing, sending letters to tutors, arguing, repeating. The house grows tense. The shift, structure, and consequence. Then step back. When assignments are late, weekend privileges pause. I will not write to your teachers anymore. If you want planning help, meet me on Sundays at the 3rd bell. The first week brings a storm. By week 3, less arguing, more ownership. A warmer kitchen table under morning light. Love didn't shrink, it stood up straight. The partner's boundary. In a bustling market square, one partner says yes to every errand and request, carrying baskets until the shoulders ache. Quiet resentment builds. The shift. I can help on market morning for 2 hours. After that, I'm resting. If more help is needed, let's hire or simplify. Reliability rises. Resentment fades. Intimacy breathes again in the courtyard garden. The manager's reset. In a guild hall with tall arches and a frescoed ceiling, a manager rewrites everything to keep quality high. Apprentices stop trying. The shift is shared ownership, clear outcomes, and natural consequences for missed agreements. Here is the target. I'm here for support. If we miss without flagging early, the next project's scope shrinks. Within a season, maturity grows. So does trust. Candlelight feels warmer when expectations are plain. What changed? The center of gravity. Instead of measuring worth by other people's behavior, each person rooted identity in the quiet witness within. From that steadiness, they offered clean care, truthful, kind, and boundaried. The paradox, when pressure drops, clarity rises, and healthy outcomes become more likely. Let's clear 3 common misunderstandings. Detachment means not caring. No, it means caring about the right things, your honesty, kindness, and wise action, without clinging to a specific outcome. It is freedom from emotional dependency, not freedom from love. Your heart stays warm, your grip loosens. Boundaries are selfish. Boundaries protect dignity, safety, and clarity for everyone. They reduce resentment and make closeness possible. Loving someone means saying yes. Sometimes love says no to enable growth, protect safety, or honor fairness. A clean no today can be a deeper yes to the relationship over time. Now, let's turn wisdom into practice. Picture each practice as a small scene lit by a single candle, simple, human, and doable. Choose 1 or 2 to begin this week. First, a boundary framework. Start by clarifying the behavior and its impact. For example, when rent is late, it strains us. Then, ask for what you need or propose a fair agreement, like, we need payment by the 5th. Can we agree to that? Next, state what you will do if the agreement isn't kept. If it's late, we'll add a late fee and pause shared expenses until it's settled. Finally, follow through calmly, without drama. If you feel guilt or second-guess yourself, write your script on a card and read it. If you get pushback, repeat your line once, then end the discussion kindly. I care about us, and this is my boundary. This practice leads to clear expectations, lower resentment, and rising trust. Second, a mine versus not mine reset. Draw 2 columns on a piece of paper. List what is yours to control, your words, tone, and actions. Then list what is not yours, their feelings, their pace of change, their choices. Choose one item in your column to act on today and name one outcome in their column that you will release. If you find yourself slipping into fixing mode, keep a visual cue on your desk, like 2 small stones. If you feel anxious, say aloud, "I will do my part. I won't run their life." This practice builds inner steadiness and releases control. Third, the 24-hour cool-down rule. Pause big decisions or heavy messages for 1 sleep cycle, unless safety is at risk. Draft the message, but do not send it. Move your body for 10 to 20 minutes. Sleep on it. Then revise your message to 1 clear request or boundary. If you need to, send a holding note. "I want to respond well. I'll reach out tomorrow." This practice leads to fewer regrets, a calmer tone, and wiser choices. Fourth, a weekly relationship stewardship hour. Set a recurring hour, 20 minutes for appreciation, 20 minutes for repairs, and 20 minutes for planning. In the repairs section, choose 1 issue and 1 experiment for the week. End by writing down 1 clear agreement. This creates steady maintenance instead of crisis, leading to shared ownership and a warmer tone. Fifth, a 90-second micro reset when you're in a conflict. Notice 3 facts and 1 feeling. For example, heat in my chest, fast thoughts. My goal is understanding. Take 2 slow breaths with exhales longer than inhales. Then choose 1 line aligned with your values, like a kind truth, a clear request, or a boundary. For example, "I want to understand. Can we each take 2 minutes? If you feel flooded, ask for a pause. I need 10 minutes to settle. I'll be back." This practice leads to shorter conflicts and more respect. Sixth, distinguish between preference and principle and use natural consequences. List your preferences, which you can hold lightly, and your principles, which you protect, like safety, respect, and fairness. Choose your top 2 to 3 principles for this season and define proportionate, natural consequences if they are crossed. Communicate them in a calm moment and follow through consistently. If you fear being harsh, repeat to yourself, "This protects the relationship." This practice leads to fewer power struggles and stronger integrity. Seventh, practice appreciation and accountability and learn the over-functioning exit. Start with something real that's working. Then make 1 clear request with a deadline and name who owns what. Ask, "Do you want listening or ideas?" and offer help only if asked. If you're tempted to take over, say, "I trust you to handle this," and step back. Let natural consequences teach. This helps motivation rise, resentment fall, and others grow while you protect your energy. Now, a 1-minute guided practice to anchor the shift. Imagine it as a quiet chapel scene. Stone arches, warm candlelight, deep blue shadows. Sit tall. Soften your shoulders. Unclench your jaw. Breathe in slowly through the nose and breathe out a little longer than you breathed in. Whisper inwardly, "I will bring clear care. I let go of control." Picture one relationship that matters today. See the person as if in a portrait. Honest eyes, human and imperfect. Feel the warmth you have for them. Name one thing that is yours to do this week. Something small and clear. Perhaps a kind truth, a fair boundary, a listening session. Say it silently. This is mine, and then name it. Now name one outcome you release. Maybe their mood, their timeline, their exact response. Say, I release, and then name it. Take another slow inhale. On the exhale, may my care serve growth and peace. As you step back into daily life, choose one next step. If you're in partnership, hold a stewardship hour this week. 20 minutes appreciation, 20 minutes repair, 20 minutes planning with one clear agreement. If you're parenting, do the 2 buckets exercise before your next check-in. Share your plan in 3 sentences and let safe consequences teach. If you lead a team, use the witness in conflict protocol and the preference versus principle test in your next tough meeting. Announce cadence and consequences once, calmly. Remember the images. Open hands releasing a dove, care without grip. A lighthouse flame steady above restless water, values over outcomes. A gardener in a cloister tending one plot well, not trying to water the whole world. Love is not ownership. Love is clean, steady care offered from a centered self. If this helped you, share in the comments one boundary you set kindly this week or one outcome you chose to release and what changed. Tell us a relationship knot you'd like wisdom on next. Your story may be the lantern that guides another traveler home.
May your care be wholehearted. May your center be steady. And may the people you love feel both your warmth and your clarity, because you showed up fully, gently, and let go of the rest.